Hi everyone, we are back with part 2, and now we're gonna switch it up with an Anne instead of a witch. I have seen so many witch matches, but here we're sticking with Anne. On Leo's memory, we're gonna see how it goes. What is that? Is that an auntie? That's an auntie, okay. We have an auntie. This is the weirdest spawn of my life. What's happening here? I think here it's not a bad idea to use your cats and eliminate areas where you know she isn't, and you could probably find her because it's literally just a corner. But you didn't decide to take that. You decided to chase the magician, which is fine. You jump and catch up. That's the best you can do right now. You just need to get closer. This magician could have used pallets, but they didn't, so you get a hit. And now here, this is a very good setup for you because you have such an early injury, and you have a warp, and you still hit that, which means, do you need warp? No, because he didn't route to a pallet, so now he's dead. He's dead. So this is a very good early game, I would say. You still need to do your part in making sure you get the win. So you chaired on a cipher, which is already very good. This is a setup for a win, a straight win. I think she's saving. She's saving, and I think you could have camped better. The jump was unnecessary. I think you just cross on the chair, hit her, and then jump. You probably would not have gotten the stuff. You would have gotten a double hit at least. Now, because you didn't do that, you only had to commit to one target without a double down, and you chose Toy Merchant. You can do this only because you have so much time. You have so much time. That early game was too good. So here, once again, your camp. First officer got caught out. He's very far. You got a cat on him, which was good. You don't have to guess where he is. Now, yeah, you cross on the chair, but I think you missed. Did you? Yeah, you did. So if the cross was right on the chair, this is a stuff. Instead, they got off two tide turners. So that's something you have to keep in mind. That cross has to be accurate. I would also say the first jump was unnecessary because he was right there. There was no rush because he was far. This is her second chair. I thought she was out of the game. Now you have to keep up your pressure. You have to stay on it at all times when you can. And here, if you look, they are not saving whatsoever. I think you know a first officer, so you should just chair. I don't think you see him though. I don't think you see them. So you had more opportunity to keep the pressure, but right now it's alleviating. You're letting it go, so you have to find a way to get it back, and you will do that by chasing this first officer. So yeah, you get the hit. Once you get a cat on first officer, it's easy. It's easy with full presence. So now the very fortunate thing is you got to hit on you got to chair on a cipher, and you should just assume someone is there. If they're hiding, then there's really no way you can find out where that person is. Here, what the? Wow, this turns the game into your favor, but I will say, yeah. Oh wow, okay, this is a dub. This is a dub. I'll say, I think the cross was a little hasty, but it still gave you a lot of benefit. And I bring that up because what just happened is not consistent. It just isn't. That was such a weird scenario. So once again, I think if you had the cross on the chair, you could have stuffed. So that's something that could definitely help you in your matches. Although I will say it is hard. If you're far, a cross right on the chair is hard. In many scenarios, it'll help you. In many. Here you just have to look for watch the cipher, and I just realized you haven't even used trait, and this is your first trait. Usage. The warp is good here. Warp is good here. I think you saw Auntie, but this warp makes it so you have to make a choice, or this magician's dead, or the person on the cipher is dead. You have everyone injured. You've already won. You this became a win when you cheered on the cipher after first officer died, and then Auntie, whatever happened to her, you exploded her. You destroyed her. So I will say it was a bit lucky because I think the crossword was hasty, but this is already a win regardless. I think the biggest focus is your camp. There are a lot of characters that will rescue better than the characters that are in this match. And we're excluding first officer, but everyone else you have a very good chance to stuff and you didn't. So that is something you should focus on in these matches. As long as you have a good early game, the only thing that comes next is your camp. So you did very good. The camp is the main focus. That's the main critique of this video. The early game was good. I think you could have kept up the pressure in general in the mid game when first officer died. Even though the camp wasn't perfect, you still camped pretty well. It's just your momentum kind of slowed down because you thought someone else would save, or you didn't know where first officer was when he got down. So other than that, very good match on Anne, and the main focus is the camp. Just remember that. Alright, here we have a Naiad match. Now this person asked me specifically about their chase target in this spawn. Now you definitely have the best spawn here. You are in between either Barmaid or Ada, and I would say they are both equal. They are both equal targets. You just need to chase where you're comfortable. Hard to explain chasing two-story, but it's definitely doable. Here you just decide to go for first stop, and Barmaid's already here. She can take the roller coaster immediately, which this is fine for you. In many cases, you might they might take a hit and run to roller coaster, and then you're busy trying to catch up, which in that case Inso would have helped a lot. But you're running a trump card build. I mean, it's for a win, right, on a big map. So what you did isn't necessarily a bad idea. Now you have this Barmaid, run straight to those two pallets by broken carousel. They will just keep running straight, or they will try to use this area. Your best bet here might be to water off this the area behind you. You didn't do that here. Yeah, you didn't do that. So the only thing you covered is the slide, which once she's off the slide, your harpoon is useless. So here you could have watered off the area that the slide leads to. That would have helped you a lot. But now at this point, it's a Barmaid. You have to accept her heal, and you really have to prepare for a blink down. The only issue is roller coaster. That is an issue, and unfortunately, I don't think you played that very well. I would say you played that phenomenally. You are. Oh wow. Okay. I'll say you played very well. Played very well not letting her get that roller coaster, because honestly, if she took that's going to be a very hard match for you. Now you blocked off roller coaster, and we won't get any water on them, so eventually you have to just stop walking around and just hit her, because at that point it's a time waste, and you also have blink. It's a very easy down afterwards. But anyways, this was very good. A lot of potential to your win. So now there's not much you can really do here except, yeah, block off the area. That's literally all you can do as a Naiad. You apply all the pressure you can on the chair, spinning around and creating circles in the span of 1 second. Yeah, here you just, okay. So I will say I have to make bigger puddles, a bigger area of your first harpoon. And to be fair, that is hard on this map. Not this map, this two-story building. So I think you tried your best. I think you could have been at chair earlier, Merc like got really close without you pressuring, and that obviously makes it easier for him. It makes it easier for him. So this, you have a lot of potential here, but if he elbow pads and you don't, yeah, okay. There's a chance that he elbow pads and you're pulling back and he's still just gonna save, and that's just how the game is. You didn't let that happen. Now, oh wow, they're double rescuing. Oh man, they are double rescuing. Wow, what is happening? What is happening? Let's go back a little bit. You seem lost. You need to just stay near this chair. You were in the open for batter. Like, you were like, hey, come hit me. You needed to just keep spinning around the chair. You'll get ward on everyone, and you maybe could have just hit barmaid. That's a little fix for you in that scenario. Right here, I think you did your best here. You did really good. Just getting the barmaid down instantly. Right here, you should probably just, yeah, block off the area. But yeah, you had balloon pickup. I didn't know that. What's really hard about this match now is you didn't get an injury whatsoever. So this is going to be a lot harder to win. Very hard. And I also want, I wish I saw who was where, because I'm gonna be honest, I do not know. I'm focusing on your skill. I didn't check where people were, but you're in this scenario. It's hard. It's hard for you. You didn't. It's an 8-3 hit. It's a batter full health. It's a merc full health. You just wasted elbow pads, but the cipher is 30%. You are doing your best. You got an instant kill. Wow. Okay. So I do not know where the last cipher is, but you switched to teleport, which is good. What you've done here is you've basically just accepted the cipher pop, and it's fourth stop. I saw a shake. It's fourth stop, and unfortunately, this is a very strong tie not win position for you at this point in the game. This is a tie position. I mean, even if you know where Merc is, it's very hard to, like, you can't really do much here. You can try your best to stuff. This is a very unfortunate scenario for you. You have no trait endgame, and you're in Naiad, and you've accepted the cipher pop, and this is only a tie at this point. Only a tie. And the biggest reason for this was you got no injuries. You just got none. And injuries buy you more time. A lot more time. Ada still has 3 hits. You could have injured someone, and then Ada heals, and then now she's only 2 hits. That's not hard to kill. So, is Dungeon there? Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! So we'll go through it quickly. Your early game was it wasn't dominating, which was different from the other matches, but you still had a very good chance, and it's you failed your camp basically as Naiad. Naiad is a camping hunter, and you got nothing out of your camp basically. And when I say nothing, I mean the injury. You got no injuries, and that simply makes it easier for the Survivor team to tie. It is that simple. So learn how to maximize your injuries or your stuffs. It's very hard to stuff a merc, right? And it's also very hard to stuff when they're double saving. But you still had a very good chance to get injuries here and there, and you didn't get any. So this became a very hard match. I'm not sure if there was a way out for you. I think your only chance of winning after that scenario is having trade up endgame and then insta-killing someone endgame and having teleport, which could have gotten you a 3 kill, probably not a 4 kill. But it wasn't domination. I gave a general tip of why this was such an easy tie for them, because it wasn't hard. You get no injuries camping when it's your strong suit, it will be a tie most likely, and that's especially how it is with Naiad. That'll be it for the video. 2 completely different matches. One was a domination And this one, there's a lot to learn from because you didn't dominate. You know, you tied, you didn't win. So there's always something to learn when you don't win. Other than that, that'll be it, and I will see you all maybe for part 3. Bye bye.